We are joined now by Tigers ace, all-star pitcher Tarik Skubal. It's been a year. It's been a year, and you know it. Now you're a heavy favorite for AL Cy Young. How do you explain your success this season?
Yeah, I think there's a long answer to it, but I've been healthy. I've been able to work on things. The organization, pitching coach, strength coaches, training room, all that kind of stuff they've worked together and put me in a really good position to go out there and compete and not have to worry about anything other than executing each pitch at a time. So it's been a good year in that aspect.
You're leading the American League in wins, ERA, strikeouts, giving you a chance at a very rare pitching triple crown, which has only been done 10 times in the last 50 years. I know how superstitious you pitchers are, but what would that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it'd mean a lot. Obviously, I got 8 or 9 more starts, for the rest of the season, and I got to focus on, my start on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, it would be really special. You try not to think about it as much. You got to stay in the moment and be present. When you start thinking about, end-term goals or long, things at the end of the season, it takes away from you trying to get a little bit better each day. So I try not to think about it, but I'm going to stay where my feet are and be present in the moment. And then, at the end of the year, I'll kind of sit back and recap it all.
You'll take all of that to a big series this weekend as well, where you're facing the Yankees. Sunday Night Baseball, special game from Williamsport. Just wondering, Tarik, the memories that you have of watching Little League World Series when you were growing up.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I think you always dream of playing in Williamsport. When you go through the Little League All-Stars and you have to kind of fight your way to get through the region and then, to actually Williamsport. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go as a kid, but I get to go as a big leaguer, which was pretty cool. So I think it's every 11 or 12-year-old kid's dream is to go to Williamsport and play, on that stage in that stadium and do something special. So it'll be a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love that ability to sort of introspect. I do wonder, though, like, who did you want to be? Because there's going to be a bunch of kids they're inspired by you. Who were you inspired by when you were that 11, 12-year-old little leaguer yourself?
I feel like I was on the Yankees, so like A-Rod, Derek Jeter were my guys. Bryce Harper was just a little bit older than me, but I played in a bunch of tournaments growing up, when he was a little bit older, and I'd watch his games. And I mean, he was special at age 15. And that's kind of like, you're like, hey, I want to be that good. I mean, I wasn't nearly that good at 15, but yeah, I'd probably say A-Rod or Jeter or one of those guys, growing up for me was probably the guy.
Not only are you pitching in Williamsport, okay, but it's also Players Weekend across baseball. And Comerica Park is going to feature Skubals Snack Burger tonight and tomorrow. What more can you share with us about this burger?
Yeah, so they came to me and asked me if they would put together a hot dog or a hamburger, and I was like, definitely hamburger in this situation. And I was able to kind of customize it and build it out to, if I were to build a dream burger, this is what it would be. And then so it's going to be 2 patties, pepper jack cheese, fried egg, bacon, and a little bit of mayo. To keep it simple. And I don't really prefer vegetables on my burger, so I would take those off anyways. But yeah, I mean, that's how it's going to be. And then all the proceeds go to a charity of my choice, which is Alternatives for Girls. It's a local Detroit foundation, and they help young women, get off the streets, get them into housing, get them back on their feet. Domestic violence, sex trafficking, all that kind of stuff. Just providing some help in that in any way I can. So that's pretty special that they're going to be able to do that and donate those proceeds.
Super special. It's patties with a purpose, if you will. And you've also got a special pair of cleats that I know that you're going to be debuting, and I assume that they were inspired by your last name. Tell us about these cleats.
Yeah, I mean, I think almost everyone calls me Scoob or Scooby of some sort. That's kind of, no one really calls me Tarik or by my first name. So it felt like it was pretty obvious that I should get some ScoobyDoo custom cleats and rock them on Sunday. I think that'll be, fun for me to wear. And yeah, it's just kind of my nickname. Feels pretty simple in that aspect.
Listen, my last name is Duncan, so I have always been destined to be a donut girl. American League Cy Young favorite, Tarik Skubal. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, when you win, you got to come back on the show, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sounds good.
I'd love to.
Thank you.